Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Kevin. This is Elijah, or as he likes to be called, Eli. Today we are going to go down to PartsCore and pick up my car, my 335i. It's been having some work done, so we will see you guys when we get there. PartsCore. That's it. Good, yeah.
So, kind of getting everybody all wrapped up and ready for pickup for the weekend.
You mind if I record? I'm doing like a YouTube thing to kind of document the car.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, that works out great. But yeah, no, everything went smooth. We got it all swapped out and changed over for you.
Alright, so real quick, before we end the video, I just want to give a huge shout out to PartsCore for helping me out getting this car back up and running, all the maintenance done. We had the oil filter housing gasket leak, which you guys know is a common part to fail on the BMW. We had to replace all the coolant hoses that were near it. Those all got damaged by the oil leak. And then as well as the drive belt and all the pulleys and tensioners all were pretty much destroyed from the oil sitting on them and building up, gunking up. And they took care of it. We ran into a lot more issues than I originally planned for. At first, I just took it in to get the oil filter housing gasket changed out and the drive belt and pulleys. That's what I took it in there for to begin with. That's my AC on. It's 105 degrees outside right now. So we got that fixed. When they took the oil filter housing gasket off, or oil filter housing off, there is a coolant hose that runs to it. If you're not familiar with the BMW N55, that hose was pretty much looked like it was never replaced, is the way they described it, and it was kind of disintegrating in your hand as you kind of picked at it or moved it around. So they replaced that one, got everything cleaned up, drove it around for a little bit, and noticed it was leaking from another spot, because this thing had leaks everywhere. It was horrible. So they tracked it down to the lower radiator hose. They replaced that one. They replaced a couple other lines that were also in pretty bad condition. They weren't leaking yet, but they weren't going to last through Arizona summer. It gets up to 120 degrees here. So plastic, rubber, it fails pretty quickly, especially if it's already bad. So they replaced that, hooked it up to the, got everything put back together, took it out driving again. And if you know anything about the N54 or N55, you know the number one thing to fail almost yearly is the water pump. I had it replaced in October of last year, and it already failed again. Started leaking, started cracking. They were quick. They got the water pump done in a few hours. Because of all the issues I was having with constantly having to change more stuff out, they pretty much held on to it for the majority of the day. And what they told me they did is they brought the car up to running temperature, drove it around, checked for leaks, let it cool off all the way, brought it back up to running temperature, let it cool down, brought it, you know, checked for leaks again, and did that about 2 or 3 times. You know, let it fully cycle heat to cold to make sure nothing was going to expand and crack. While, you know, after, so I didn't have to take the car back home, make it 5 miles down the road and have an issue, you know. So all in all, huge shout out to PartsCore. They got the car running great. This weekend or on Monday, we might take it up north and go hit up Mingus Mountain, which is 158 turns and bends within 11.5 miles up a mountain to an old mining town. So we might go check that out Monday, since the car is running fine, like nothing's wrong with it. It's great. So again, that's my experience so far this last week or two. PartsCore, check them out. If you have a BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, anything German they specialize in. I do want to get this car ready for NASA, which hopefully after this you know, this COVID-19 thing, they'll start racing again, and I could jump in on that, get some racing involved, and really use this car for more than just cruising around, you know. So that's it. Follow along, subscribe, like, let me know how I did my first video. This channel is going to be about the process of this car being built to be used as a track car, and just general, you know, life things between me and my family and our adventures of where we're going to go. So we do plan on different mountain trips, you know, fun roads to go drive. When I'm not with them, we'll do a little bit more spirited driving, go a little bit faster on the roads, really try to push a car. So again, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys later.